Good morning. It's a very cold morning here. The snow is still on the ground and I have icicles hanging off my back porch roof. So I felt like having some wonderful biscuits with my breakfast this morning. So I'm going to make some buttermilk biscuits and, whoops. I have 2 cups of self-rising flour, and to that I'm going to add some buttermilk. And so we'll maybe 1.5 cups. I might need to add 2. We'll see how it comes out. I'm just mixing it around, getting it to form a dough ball, and okay, I think we need a little more. If you get a little too much buttermilk, you can always add a little more flour. I floured my board here and I have the biscuit dough out of the bowl and just going to knead it a little bit and till it's about ready to, gotta add a little more flour to the board here. Okay, I preheated my oven to 425 degrees. I melted butter in my skillet. This is the way my grandma always did it. I use a cute little vintage biscuit cutter I found at an antique mall one time, and I love it. It makes perfectly lovely little biscuits. So my grandma always, ouch, put the biscuit in and then turned it over. That's how she got them in her pan. One side buttered and then flipped them over. I think she was a little ahead of her time because now those swim biscuits are very popular. But I think my grandma was swimming her biscuits long before that term came along. Or maybe it's an old term and I just had never heard it. Okay. Gonna pop these in the oven at 425. It's a beautiful pan of biscuits for this cold morning. And I like to have a little bit of sorghum on mine. I know it, I do like jam and honey too, but I love sorghum. And you can't buy sorghum in California, or I've never been able to find it. Molasses, yes, but not sorghum. So I have to order it. Mostly I order from the Amish. Sorghum does look a lot like molasses, but it doesn't taste that way. I don't know. I just grew up with sorghum. So sometimes we never really put it on our biscuit, but sometimes my daddy would mix the butter in with the sorghum, and then that's how he ate his biscuit. He put the butter sorghum mix, kind of like a honey butter, on the biscuit, and then he'd eat it. If you haven't had sorghum, really ought to give it a try. It's delicious and it's really good for you. Lots of iron, and it is really good.